Stats show that only 9% of people take time to answer long surveys thoughtfully, and over 70% of people drop out when surveys feel too long or generic or long-winded, right? That means that most surveys are quietly failing before they even reach the most important questions that you're trying to capture. But what if I could tell you that surveys actually are able to listen? When you can skip the junk and you can flow like a real chat, it feels like a conversation and not an interrogation. And that magic right here, right now, is called skip, logic, and branching. And in the next few minutes, we're going to talk about how can we use skip logic to cut through the survey length, boost completion rates, and make every question feel relevant to the person actually answering. What's up? My name's Chika, and I'm from ProProf's Performance Academy, and we've helped millions of smarter surveys happen with teams across the world. So stick around, because I'm breaking down skip, logic, and branching so that you can go ahead and make your surveys shorter, make them smarter, and make them way more effective. Now, at its heart, skip logic is just, if I answer this, then that. Answer one way and the survey will jump ahead or hide what doesn't matter anymore, and it's all automatic, adapting in real time. If you take an NPS question like, on a scale of 0 to 10, how likely are you to recommend us? If they were to pick 0 to 6, boom, they'll be taken to the next screen. We're sorry to hear that. What's one thing that we can do to improve? If they were to pick on this side, 9 to 10, woohoo, different path, amazing. What do you love most about us? And the passives in between, well, we're going to skip down deep into the follow-up entirety and go straight to the polite thank you questions. No wasted time, and it's going to feel like the survey is actually paying attention to you. But here's where it gets really powerful. You're able to actually build full paths. You can disqualify leads, and you can do that early, customizing for newbies versus the pros, or without lifting a finger. So hit that subscribe button if you want more straightforward ways to level up your feedback game. So let's make this real, with real examples.
The first one is the customer gate, probably the single most common branch in any survey. You start with, are you currently a customer? If yes, the survey flows into, how long have you been with us? And then into product satisfaction and loyalty questions tailored to someone who already knows your product. If no, completely different path. What stopped you from buying? Then it digs into awareness barriers and what would have changed the decision.
The coolest part is that you get to trigger all of these timings at the perfect moment. Just when someone is about to cancel, you could ask right there and then, what sealed the deal? The survey would show up exactly when the experience is fresh, and here's how you could go ahead right now and figure out how to do it. You could add multiple questions to your survey, and once you're done, you click on the branching toggle and use the if selected continue to drop-down route. Respondents to certain specific questions based on their certain specific choice. You can preview the paths before launching just to be sure. You can have a look at it all.
The second example is the satisfaction drill down, and you'll recognize it from post-purchase emails and NPS surveys everywhere. The subject line reads, how did we do, David? The first question is simply, on a scale of 0 to 10, how satisfied are you with your experience? If they score 9 or 10, they're promoters. The next question reads, what do you love most about your order? Followed by, would you recommend us to a friend? Then the email ends with a warm thank you, short, respectful of their time. If they score 7 or 8, there's one follow-up. What would move your experience from good to great? A single text field, then done. If they score 0 to 6, the email goes deeper. It asks, what went wrong with your order? Then, how urgently do you need this resolved? With options ranging from it can wait to I need help today. The moment they submit, an automatic alert fires to the support team so someone can follow up the same day.
It keeps this whole flow feeling natural, and it's gathering just the right information without overwhelming anyone or disengaging anyone. If you really want to know how to do it, you're first going to need to enable the branching in the advanced settings for multiple choice or other questions. Then you can use the per answer drop-downs to jump to the next page specific to the question or for the submit. For complex rules, you could switch to conditional mode to build if-then logic and add page breaks to the group questions to ensure that smooth flow. Now, the key is doing this cleanly. Once the surveys begin branching, you are going to want to make sure that every single path actually makes sense and nothing leads to a dead end or a loop back awkwardly.
Which example hits home for you? The customer gate or the satisfaction drill down?
Go ahead and drop it in the comments, and I can't wait to read them all. Now, when you do this, everything gets better at once. Completion rates are going to begin to climb because nothing feels pointless anymore. You're going to get this cleaner data feel when people aren't forced to answer irrelevant questions, and you're going to eliminate those random click and guesswork opportunities for the user. So what you analyze is actually going to be trustworthy and complete. You're going to hear completely different stories from different people, all in that one survey because of the different paths they've chosen, and survey fatigue is basically going to disappear. Best of all, the whole thing feels natural, and respondents think, whoa, this gets me exactly what I need. And when this is, instead of like, when is this going to be over? That's the shift that we're talking about here, from the noise to the gold. And so that is skip logic. And that's how it works in action, with smarter paths, with snappier surveys, and actionable insights. The tools that we use to make this happen are Qualaroo for the perfectly timed contextual nudges right on the website or inside your app. And when you need longer, richer surveys, it includes that full-length, long-form survey, if you will, which is powered, of course, by Prochroft's Survey Maker. And together, they are ridiculously powerful and surprisingly easy. Now, there are three things that you will love. One is the visual flow, the mapping so that you can see every path at a glance. Then there's the one-click testing that walks every possible route before you go live. And then there's that forever free plan with all of the premium features, no catch. And so what I'm asking you right now is, in the comments, tell me what is the most annoying survey question you've ever been forced to answer, or where on your site or app would you smart branch a survey and you can save your day every single day. I read every one of the comments, so I look forward to hearing it. Skip logic is the foundation, and from here, things get even smarter with AI-driven surveys that adapt in real time, but that's a story for another video. And so if this has helped, please like it, please share it, and keep sending it to that person that loves to receive those 20 question monsters, and so that they can subscribe and get feedback as well. Now, remember, faster wins is what you're after, and we can't wait to see you in the next video. Cheers.